Man, what's up, everybody? This is Life,
What it do, y'all? It's your boy Swallow.
And this is Adrian.
and this is Just Do the Damn Thing podcast.
Do the damn thing, do the damn thing, yeah. Do the damn thing, do the damn thing, yeah. Do the damn thing, do my damn thing. I'ma do my damn thing. I'ma do my damn thing.
Man, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Just Do the Damn Thing podcast. Right now, we have our product of the week, which is our Love Tea. Only the Black Heather Tea is on sale. Originally, the price is $32.99, but now it's $27.99. So go ahead and go to www.theomgbrand.com, click on clothing, and just do the damn thing.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. Thank you for tapping back in with us for another episode of Just Do the Damn Thing Live. We appreciate you guys tuning in, whether it's on Facebook, on the Canuto page, or on our YouTube page, the OMG TV. We appreciate you guys. So we're definitely going to hop right into this one. So Adrian had brought this up during the week. You know, we discussed our ideas and stuff, and she kind of had an idea, and we're kind of playing with it. But the question of the week is anything truly objective? All right. So if you guys don't know what we mean by this, we're going to go ahead and pull up these definitions for you. What objective versus subjective. So if something is objective, it is not influenced by personal feelings or opinions in considering and representing facts. And then subjective would be the opposite, basically. Do we have a definition for subjective? Subjective, based on or influenced by personal feelings, taste, or opinion. So basically something that's objective is absent of opinions and feelings. It's just facts. And subjective is your feelings, I guess you can say, that influence a decision, whether something is fact, true, or not. I guess that's how I would explain it. So Adrian, did you have an idea of where you want to get started on this?
Kinda. I think as far as objective things that the essence of things I think could be objective, like love, happiness itself, not like who you love, or how you love, but
Okay.
love itself. Like the whole concept of love is objective. I think. I think it's just fact, but that exists, I guess.
Right, but the thing is, love
It's
has to
a
do
very
with
blurred
feelings,
line,
though,
yes.
right? So how can you prove that love is an actual factual thing? You know what I mean?
True story.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, kind of, because that's the only thing I
Right.
thought. It was like, well, I guess
Uh-huh.
you would hope the same thing with happiness is it can
Right.
be influenced by feelings, but
Uh-huh.
I was thinking the essence of it would be objective, but like who you love, how you love, all that kind of stuff is subjective.
Yeah.
Like the way you approach it
Right.
is different for
And-
everybody, or influenced by
And the
how
thing
you
is,
feel.
I agree with what you're saying. I agree that certain things are objective, like the essence of love and happiness and things like that. But how can we prove it? You know what I mean? How can we prove that they're true things? I remember I had a discussion with a professor back in the day on this kind of the same topic, and he from the beginning had a misunderstanding of what I meant by love. Like he was seeing it from like a romanticized view of like a man and a woman or whatever the case may be, and they love each other and they're in love. And I was like, no, that's not what I mean by love. Love could just be a love for life, a love for being alive, love for your friends, your family, you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
he
that's definitely
had a
true.
whole different understanding of what love was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So off the bat, it's already subjective
Yeah.
because you can't really, explain or for a fact state what love is.
Yeah.
You know?
That's just like energy, though. I mean, we say science is objective because atoms are atoms, and but then how the universe exists is subjective.
It is.
Even though we'll say science is objective, and atoms are real, and cells are real,
Right,
and-
even though it's ultimately not, because if you really know more about science, the energy that everything is made up out of, you would know that experiments have proven that consciousness affects the state of energy and matter. So that alone, it's being subjective because a conscious observer will change the results of an experiment just by having somebody consciously viewing it. You know what I mean? So even science. You know what I mean? Which we
can be
think,
subjective.
yeah, you know what I mean, can be
Yeah.
subjective.
But
you know?
I mean, science technically is just the study of. So it's not
Right.
actually it's not actually objective. It's just what we see so far.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
So like science is just the study of whatever your science you're talking about, whether it's stars, you know, anatomy or whatever.
Yeah.
So far, the things that we've gathered, this is what we know about it.
Right.
And even then, there's people that will come from a different angle and say, no, that's wrong.
Yeah, and then you poke holes in your
poke holes
theories.
and then in your theory, but most of the time, we go by the majority.
Yeah, majority
so
of what's
if
accepted.
the majority of scientists believe that it's this way, then they'll present it to the public.
And even that's subjective because you're getting the opinion of the scientists. Like, oh, we all agree that this is true and this is what it is. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But is
that
it
makes
opinion?
Is it? I mean, different scientists have different results for like
That could be a
experiments.
podcast for another day.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
But it would
right?
go into a dark hole because of us know and we're
Yeah,
not scientists.
exactly. Right.
But I'm saying like, okay, like cells, bacteria, those things that we can't see, we can see under a microscope.
Right.
And that's objective, in my opinion, for the fact that, even though I just said my opinion, but for the fact that, you know, in I don't know if it was biology. Yeah, in biology in high school, like you got an animal tissue and put it under a microscope and you can see the cells. Like, so
I never did.
I guess you
No?
can say. I guess you can say the state of being is an objective.
Oh, okay.
So,
So
like,
like,
what
we are
we're made up
here.
of, like tissue, like, so I guess
Yeah,
objective.
regardless
Okay.
of what the name we call it,
right,
it's
right.
still there. So it's
Yeah.
The
objective.
cells and the tissue.
So what's
that's-
tangible is
okay.
objective. Like this table is objective because it's tangible. We can feel it. We can see it. We
Right.
can touch it. It's here.
But the
But
name
you would
table-
argue. Oh, go ahead.
Even then, the name table is subjective because
Because we named
Now, if you want to go down a conspiracy
Yeah, you
theory
know.
hole, somebody would say, "Well, we're in the Matrix, and this table ain't really here."
they ain't really here.
And we're
then
just
you
making this
have-
table up in our head because it makes sense to have a table here.
then
I
you have-
don't know.
then you have the other word table where it's like, you know, a table of contents. or
Right, right.
whatever.
Well, that's
Like
just
a
different
chart or whatever.
definitions.
chart. But
Yeah.
but I'm just saying, like, they use the word into two different.
I guess that does, though. That whole idea of objective versus subjective really is like the Matrix, because a lot of things that they saw, you know, and I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist, I'm just saying a lot of things that they saw didn't exist. It was a world in which was programmed for them to feel comfortable or feel, you know, like to operate within the machine of what it
Right.
is.
Right.
But, you know, like I said, that's going down a whole rabbit hole. But I would say objective things are things that are tangible.
Right. Yeah, I think we could agree with that. You know, something that's tangible. But even then, if you think about it, if you think about it a little deeper, it's like none of this exists outside of my consciousness. To me.
Because you don't know.
You
Because
know
you're
what I
not.
mean? 'Cause-
You're not the table to say you're the table.
Exactly. I'm
Or
not
any
you.
other object.
Exactly. You know what I
So,
mean? And all this only
true.
exists in your.
That makes me think about that gold dress, blue dress thing.
Oh
You ever
yeah,
seen
that meme. I always saw blue.
I saw
think it
gold.
was. You saw gold.
I saw blue.
Blue. That's the one with the stripe. On
Yeah.
it, right? Black stripe.
And so somebody might say that's tangible, but
Right. Yeah.
your
That's tangible,
consciousness sees a different
technically,
color than my
right?
consciousness
Yep,
sees. So
yeah.
yeah,
So even not even all tangible things, you know.
which that always freaks me out. I was like, why don't I see a balloon? I remember trying to blink and rub my eyes. It was like, maybe it's my glasses. Maybe it's my
So you
astigmatism.
saw gold. I never knew anybody that
Yep.
saw gold.
Yep. I know a couple people that saw gold.
Yeah, I know a couple people.
There's a whole gold team, blue team.
Oh, just the whole thing.
But everybody in my family saw blue, and I was the only one that saw gold. So I was like, something wrong with me.
There's something wrong with them.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you saw blue.
Yeah, I saw blue. There's not wrong with me though.
Well, what do you think? Well, yeah, there he goes. That's the gold dress, blue dress.
Oh, there it is. The gold
See,
dress.
but you know what? What the thing is, at the end of the day, the dress is blue. That's what made me think something's wrong with my eyes.
Oh, so it
because-
is blue at the
Yeah,
end.
no, the lady showed the picture, like when she actually bought the dress and went to her daughter's wedding with the dress. It's actually blue.
Oh, okay.
But people, I see all those pictures. I see gold, except for some of them. But most of them, I see gold. Like I
Right.
see gold.
But there's one that has like a tint on it that makes it look gold.
Well, yeah, it's the light.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I still don't. That mess is freaking weird to me. Still freaks me out. Like, see, what do you guys see right there?
That's blue.
Blue.
See, I see gold.
What?
I see gold.
Okay.
See, I see gold.
I see gold and white.
I see gold on the top.
Gold and
Nope,
white.
I see
but
gold
that's
and white
only
stripes.
because of the
Because of
light,
light, yeah.
the light
Nope.
reflection.
All those stripes on there are gold to me.
Right. And then so what we see as blue is white to you.
No, I see the white. Oh wait, yeah. So
Yeah,
it's
you
white
know-
and black. You see blue and black.
Yeah, I see blue and black.
I see gold and white.
You see gold and white. That is trippy.
That's trippy as hell.
I wish I could say I see blue and
Right,
black
so
because
that-
I wanted to feel like I was normal. But
You
I see gold and white.
You just want to fit in. No, but that's
What
crazy.
did you see,
like,
Jesse?
I say gold and white.
See, it's
gold
not
and
just
white.
me.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay. No, you see, we see
Blue
black
and
and
black.
gold.
Notice
Yeah,
how
blue and
bright
black.
the outsides of the pictures are, which is what's messing with your brain.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
like it's turned up around the edges.
Yeah, and I'm sure you guys who are watching this at home have seen this picture before. It's that blue
gold.
dress.
Gold dress. It's from a while ago.
Yeah.
But like I said, the dress is blue and black.
Uh-huh. So what we see as black Joe, she sees as gold.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And see, I can see how they see it. In this,
How?
in this
Tell
pic-
me.
In this
'Cause I
picture,
want to know.
because
Right.
it's a type of lighting that's messing with the. I can't break down the science behind
Right.
it, but I can see like on the top, it looks really gold.
Yeah.
But I can tell the background and the lighting
'Cause
has
the
something to
lighting.
do with it.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I don't
And-
know. I
but-
always felt weird because I seen that, but then I felt better because other people also seen it, not just me. And so I was like, okay, well, it's a lot of us that's weird then, because a lot of us see gold. I still see gold and white.
Yeah.
Is it on the screen?
Yeah,
here?
Yeah,
on the
now it's
screen
on the
here.
screen.
So you
Okay,
guys need to
guys.
tell us.
Yeah, you
what
guys
do
tell us like
see?
Please.
this alone, right? Because this is a tangible thing.
Yeah.
This is
Exactly.
a real picture,
It's a real dress.
a real
It exists.
dress. It exists, and even then, we're having subjective viewpoints on it. We see black and blue. They see white and gold. What do you guys see?
Yeah. So what do you
Gold
think?
and white.
Je-
Okay,
your
Jess,
wife
my
sees
wife says
gold
gold
and
and
white.
white. I see black and
See,
blue.
okay, Jess, I feel better. I started to feel better. It's three of us.
That
Yeah.
is very interesting.
Guy in the corner, I don't know your name. What did you see?
Oliver. His name's Oliver.
Oliver. What did you see?
See black and blue.
Oh, okay,
Black
so
and
it's 3 and 3.
Okay.
All right.
That's crazy.
See, yeah.
Right.
So it split society in half when it came out. But
Blue
what do you
versus
think?
gold.
It's like, oh,
Yeah.
you weird gold and white thing eyes.
They're like,
The new
something's wrong. What are you?
racism.
People be like, what are you
Exactly.
smoking?
I don't see color.
I know. Well, so do you think anything's true? recent? Going back to that.
No. So what I want to talk about is it's even with like with news reporting. Like we know that has been a big deal in the last few years with the whole fake news and misinformation, things like that. It's hard to even
Believe.
distinguish fact and fiction nowadays with the news because it's not objective anymore. The news is no longer objective, and you think it would because it's the news and they're
You would
reporting,
hope it would.
right?
Yeah,
Like, aren't they reporting facts, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that what they're doing?
Yeah.
But nowadays, depending on who you're getting your facts from, that's going to prove whether it's true or not.
Yeah.
So off the bat, news isn't even objective anymore.
Oh no,
Did I
of course
say-
not.
Did I say about the Roland Martin situation that happened recently?
That sounds familiar. Do you want to touch on it really quickly?
Yeah, really quickly because it bases off of that.
Uh-huh.
So Roland Martin's a guy that has his own network or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He does news and black media. So somebody asked him to come on their show. And
Oh, and then they took a quote out of context.
Yeah, they took
Yeah.
a quote. They took a little piece.
And said, kill all police or something like that,
exactly.
or fire all
Fire
police.
all police, but they didn't show the tweet that said the
Uh-huh.
context behind why he said that.
Exactly,
And
you
he
know
was
what I
only
mean?
Talking. He was only talking about the
This
people in that
situation.
article. Exactly.
Yeah,
But
right.
yet somebody will sit there and just take that part and say, well, it's
Because
right
he
there.
technically did say it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But people will spin it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So you could say it was a fact. He did say this.
But what's the context?
But the
behind-
context behind it, like you can make up that story now. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
that
that's what
fact
happens.
is already subjective.
So, like, I can tell right now, people that were watching that live, there's going to be so many people that probably thought, "I can't believe he would say something like this."
Yeah.
Blah blah blah, and then they don't, they don't even go to see his side of the story
Yeah,
and why
they don't
he
even
said
research
it. They don't
it.
even research it at all. They just take that for face value.
Right.
And that's what's happening
Yeah.
right now.
And no, and one an example that I wanted to bring up, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to downplay war or anything, but this whole Ukraine and Russia thing, you know what I mean? There's like so many different angles to it. There's so many different like stories that built up to this, but I feel like you can't say anything outside of the mainstream narrative because it's already being labeled propaganda or whatever the case may be. And so that's what I'm trying to say is that it's not truly objective because it all depends on who your source is coming from. Because if I tell you, well, this other site said this about the war, you're like, oh no, that's fake news. And it's like, okay, so why is yours true and mine's isn't?
True.
You know what I mean?
And depending on whose angle you come from with it, because there'll be extremists who, and I'm not taking a side or anything, even though I kind of have an idea, that'll say, Putin's right, and there's some that say Ukraine is right. And again, not getting political, we don't do that here.
Right.
But to say, like, because actually it's funny you say that, because I showed the kids, it's called CNN 10, which CNN can be very subjective. But CNN 10 is supposed to be just like a short 10-minute news breakdown for kids. And it shows them, like, for students, and it shows them Ukraine and Russia events all the time, because stuff's always happening.
Right.
And they even broke down on there, like, they'll get videos from people, and it turns out it's from a certain angle, or it's not even real, or something, and they really try to go through and fine-tooth comb it, because but you can feel that things are heavily swayed one way or the other. Even watch CNN 10, and it's for the students. I'm like, I can feel this is very, Ukraine heavy, which I'm not saying you shouldn't be or should be. Again, I'm not getting political, but to say that, you can feel like when they're trying to, like, look how sad these refugees are, which you should be sad for them, but look how sad this whole situation, and Ukraine's just suffering, and I always try to say there's two sides to every story. Now, whether one side is right or wrong is different, but also knowing from being a history teacher, history will paint one person to be correct and one person to be wrong, and you look at it later and you're just like,
you do some real research, right?
Yeah, or you really think about it, like, was that person really wrong? Like, to be honest, like, just really know both sides before, and it becomes objective, because
the narrative's controlled by who holds the
exactly. And so things will become subjective. I mean, things that an event itself might be objective. Revolutionary War, for example, did happen.
It happened.
But whose side was right and wrong? I tell the kids, really think about what Britain, I'm not saying Britain was right, I'm just saying, I just challenge the kids to think about it. Like,
of course,
Like, think about that they gave, this country was supposed to be for them to make money, and they gave the country money, and these were broken homeless people, and then they said, well, hey, we need some of this money back, so we're going to tax you, and then they were like, but no, you're not. And they went to, later on went to war. I mean, there's more in it. So I say, was Britain really wrong? Like, not saying that they weren't, but make sure you just really look at both sides before you make a decision. Because the book's going to tell you, well, U.S. was, fighting for their rights, which I'm not saying they were or weren't. They were. But really think about the details before you make a decision, because the book's going to be subjective and tell you, because you live in this country. I'm sure you go over there. If they teach the Revolutionary War, which I would assume they do because they were part of it, it might say Britain was just wanting their money back. So again, being subjective. So I think
technically everything is subjective.
Like I said, I don't think tangible items are, but
like,
that's just me.
almost everything is subjective.
Anything we get our hands on, because somebody's always gonna find some kind of way. Even like I said, I guess you give me a tangible item. Somebody say that table's not really there. You're imagining things. I don't see a table, and unfortunately, like, because you said you're not that person. You don't know if they're lying or telling the truth. In your head, you're like, duh, the table's here. I can touch it, feel it, pick it up, put it down. How are you gonna say it's not here? But because you can't see from that person's viewpoint, how do you know that they're lying or telling the truth?
Or like I was saying, we call it a table. They say, oh, it's a piece of wood with legs attached to it, and it's not a table.
Like,
you know what I mean?
And like in other languages, like, does the actual translation come out to table in other languages? Like, it may actually, the word that they use is actually probably a short phrase for wooden slab with legs.
Right.
So Joe, what was is that your opinion? Is that most things are?
To me, I believe that most things are subjective, because of what we were just talking about. Like, everybody can see everything differently depending on where you grew up, who you go with, what language you speak, what how you see things through your own eyes, because they're even separated within each other. With even if you do speak the same language, like us,
Right.
like we're just talking about how someone can say this is actually not a table, this is this,
Right.
and they may actually truly believe that this is this,
Yeah, exactly.
but to you, you've always been taught that this is the table. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just one of those things where it's like, what actually is true when it comes to when it comes to any topic.
Yeah.
And really, like we always say in most situations, you really just do your own research and make your own conclusion on what you feel.
Yes,
could be.
that's what we always try to,
Yeah.
try to teach here. Just, do your own research.
Exactly, but you have to take both sides. You can't
Yeah.
research one side and just say that that's fact without without getting knowledge from the other side.
Yep.
Because then you're just biased at that point. You're not even
Exactly,
trying to
which
know
is
what's
what we
happening.
have way too much of
It's-
nowadays
Fact.
in this culture, this society. Yep.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah, no, yeah, and I just want to add to my example, like just to go a little further into that, is that some people they say, it's a liberation of Ukraine or whatever, and people, oh no, they're attacking Ukraine, but some people in Ukraine are even saying it's a liberation. So it's like it's subjective, there's something going on, but it's not really objective. And whose place is it really to say what is objective? Is how I feel.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. We have too much bias going around, and too much. What really is this is my opinion, especially when it comes to the news situation. And the news situation, all I think is people are just they're being selective of what they read, or what they research. So when their bias comes in, if it doesn't support their narrative of what they feel, they're not, and even they're not gonna take it. They're not gonna actually take it for that.
So
Yeah,
I have
they're
a
not.
challenge question for both you guys.
Yeah, please.
Do you think we could exist in a society where more things are truly objective? Do you think that's even possible? Because I'm thinking the fact
I
that
think
we
so.
are ingrained with feeling, without turning into robots, you think so?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Because we have our own personal
No,
feelings and
because we
emotions about things.
Because we are feeling beings. We feel everything we do is based off feeling. Feeling touch.
Right.
All the different senses.
Right.
Beneath your feet, whatever you're doing, your brain is trying to calculate what that thing is. So it's always in a feeling situation to me.
Yeah.
Well, what I was gonna say to your, because you said, well, could we ever live in a world where anything is truly objective? It all comes down to your beliefs, like to your belief system, is what I would say. So like if we all had the same faith and all followed the same religion, then yeah, I could definitely see some things being objective. You know what I mean? Because we all have the same faith. We all believe in this teaching, and this teaching told us that this is this. So yes, we all agree that is that, and that's objective. There's no question about it.
And that's just if we truly follow.
Yeah, if we
that.
truly follow that thing to a T.
Because I'm
That's a
thinking,
whole
even if
nother
you
thing.
do
Yeah,
follow
exactly.
the same religion, you still might have personal feelings
Yeah.
that influence how you operate within it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And people like right now, like people say Christian and they're like, well, I don't go to church because of whatever feeling they have, or I do,
Right.
or I don't do this thing, or I don't do this thing, based on how they feel they should operate within that thing or whatever is okay. So I still don't think even with that, I don't know. I personally don't think that society can exist unless we become robots. Because of the fact
I
that
don't
we
want no
just,
part of that society.
I'm not saying I want us to be robots. However, I don't know, just a random off tangent note on
ahead.
this. I don't know if you guys seen, but it's Walgreens that's piloting it. They're gonna, those glass doors you get the food out of? Glass doors where you
Like a
open up and get
freezer?
water, the freezers.
Yeah.
They're taking out the glass and they're
Uh-huh.
putting in screens.
Screens and
Screens.
then what?
No, like it'll be like a screen, like with advertisements and stuff popping up on it.
Oh, with advertisements on
gotcha.
it?
So
And then it's supposed to show you what's in it. It's supposed to register what's in it, but it don't always register what's in it. But it's like different ads will pop up on the screen, so you can't see what's in the fridge anymore. You have to just
Right.
open it to see. But yeah, there you go. Those, see. So I was just thinking about society being
so
taken
that's
over
what
by
I was
robots.
thinking,
I feel
that
like we're being
images.
dredged in it. Like now, you can't even go to the freaking grocery store get water or milk out of the fridge without seeing that.
Yeah.
Like-
Seeing ads.
Yeah.
Always being programmed.
Always. Like, that's crazy. Like, I was like, goodness, we don't have enough screens as it is. Like, we have our phone,
Yeah.
TVs, and now you go to the grocery store
They
and
even
now
got
you're
screens
gonna
on
see that.
refrigerators.
Yeah.
And now there's on those refrigerators.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just becoming like scarily like Joe said, taken over by technology. Like,
Yeah.
you can't go
Yeah,
anywhere
and
without
me being
it.
in the technology world, I definitely.
I mean, our freaking cars, they have those cars that self-drive.
Yeah.
The Teslas, whatever, self-drive you. You don't even have to, you can sit in the passenger seat and it'll drive you.
Yeah,
crazy.
Well, we've seen how many accidents that has caused, though.
Yeah. I'm just
I
saying.
don't want that.
Just saying you might not have no choice.
Yeah.
You might just, unless you go to some remote country somewhere.
Yeah,
you
go off
might-
in the woods
You know,
somewhere.
what was that movie? Was it
Ready Player One?
no, not that one. The cartoon where everybody's like on, like everybody's fat and on the things that like Wall-E.
Yeah. No, that's where we're going for sure.
That's funny.
It's scary. Yeah. But anyway, I guess that was. I just wanted to let you know that because you said that, and it's like, well, we might already be going that way.
Yeah.
I know they were piloting phones a while back where you can like pop it up in like in the air and dial stuff.
Like screens. Like,
Yeah, like screen will come up
Like
like
a
a holograph kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
And
yeah,
it'll just
I'm
be
sure it's not far off
Sensors. Yeah, that'd be
because it's on your phone. I mean, it's on your watch now, so make it any
Yeah.
smaller. You can just But anyway,
Well, sure. Well, that's a whole
mean, they
nother
already-
topic, though,
Yeah,
because they're gonna go into
literally,
chips.
they literally already have it where they have lights that show their keyboard on the on surfaces, and it just light,
Yeah.
and you can type doing that.
oh my
Yeah,
god.
well, I mean, well, that'll
Heebie-jeebies.
just lead to implanting chips into your brain and stuff like that. Like that's
Maybe that'll be our
contacts,
next.
putting like
Our next topic is technology taking over, which is truly that's crazy.
See?
Look at that. That'll
Smart
make no
iPads.
I was
sense.
thinking of all kinds of things.
who would wear?
Oh
smart-
no!
Sounds
See,
like-
uh.
So the contact lenses are
I'm
coming.
gonna place my whole
Oh,
life
I
on
bet.
that shit.
Those contact lenses are coming.
That's funny.
You're living in a VR world. It's crazy. But guys, you tell us, is there anything that you think can be truly objective in this world, or is everything influenced by our feelings and our opinions? Drop the comments below. Let us know what you guys think. We'd love to have a conversation with you guys.
Yes, sir. So let's go on to our next segment, which is Today I Learned. Because
Oh,
every
yeah.
single day you should learn something.
Learn
new.
something new today.
Yes, sir. So Jesse, go ahead, go to the first one. You want to take it away, Swell?
Yes, sir. Today I learned in Minnesota in 2017, a 20-year-old woman shot her 22-year-old boyfriend through an encyclopedia from about a foot away for a YouTube video, and he died. She was sentenced to 6 months in prison.
Wow.
People do anything for a little clout. Like, really?
That's like beyond jackass right there. That's just
That's-
stupid.
That's just stupid. Like, does this gun, can it shoot through this thick-ass encyclopedia?
Yes.
Find out.
But why are you gonna shoot somebody to do it? Why not shoot like a
Right.
glass bottle or something? Like I don't understand.
It just
Why it had
adds
to be a
more.
person?
It adds more like.
And
But he
Entertainment.
lost his
More
life for a stupid
intensity.
YouTube video.
How many views that
My
video
girl
get?
served 6 months for killing some dude.
Oh my
She
god.
started 6, maybe because it was voluntary. I don't know. How many videos did it get though? Like, is the guy happy? Are you happy, man?
He died.
Was-
What you talking about?
I'm asking him wherever he is. Long live.
What are you doing, man? What happened?
Jesus.
I don't think that was worth it.
All right.
Or what did?
Ridiculous.
Go ahead, Adrian.
Taylor and the Wolves dogs used to film the Chronicles of Narnia. I love that movie. Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe had to have a CGI butt tails because they were too happy to appear menacing. That's
That's
funny. Yeah, because they're supposed to be evil on there, like evil wolves. So they had happy
Tails were
wolves.
wagging.
Wagging.
They're just like, I'm happy to see people. So that's
We're on a
funny.
movie set, like what?
That's hilarious.
I like that.
Joe?
The CIA uses music to torture prisoners. Some songs include the Meow Mix commercial song. That's hilarious.
I love that song.
Meow,
Barney,
meow, meow,
Barney
meow.
and Friends theme song, Sesame Street theme song, Real Slim Shady by
What?
That's
Real
what
Slim
Shady
Shady
ain't
is a
bad.
good song. What's wrong
But if
with
you
that?
listen to it for like 48 hours straight or something like
They just don't know
that.
all the words. That's I created a monster. But nobody wants
It's
to see
gonna be
Marshall
that.
more.
It's
They
gonna
want to
end
see.
up being
That's that one, right?
It's gonna end up being that Tech Nine situation in the trunk
Oh my gosh, where she comes
where
out.
she comes out.
But no, that's the one. That's the I created a monster. But nobody see Marshall no more. They want to see.
No, that's
That's not
the
that one?
that's the other one where he has a Dr. Dre in the
I don't-
music video.
I mix them up,
Because
okay.
it feels so empty without me.
That's not that one.
No, it's with a real Slim Shady. Please stand up. It's that one.
Okay.
I'm Slim Shady.
Oh, okay.
Shady, are you other
I thought that was.
Shady.
And I heard
Similar
they,
beats.
I read that they also did the that shark one.
Oh, Baby Shark.
That one. That they also use that.
But the crazy thing is,
That's
even my
hilarious.
students now love that song, Real Slim Shady. Like,
Oh,
if that
really?
comes
It's
on
coming
right
back.
now, everybody and mama with Real Slim Shady, please stand up.
That's
People love that
hilarious.
song.
Please stand.
Why that one?
Making a comeback. I don't know.
Please stand up.
Why did we love it? Pseudo penis.
That's all you read? You're not gonna read the rest?
I was like,
Joe?
I didn't even realize
Take it, Joe.
I was like, where the hell did he get the
That's
pseudo?
your turn.
I just went before you.
All right, I'm gonna do it. I'll do it again because he can't do this no more. Today I learned female hyenas are much bigger and more aggressive than males and have a pseudo penis.
Which is,
What does that mean?
imagine, it's not real.
It acts as their birth canal. It's horrifying.
It acts as their what?
Oh, so
birth-
the internal penis.
They give birth through it.
they
All right.
aggressively. This is crazy.
What? Why?
Is that what trans men have? Pseudo penises?
And the views by
These views are just mine and mine only.
I
Does
don't
not reflect the
know.
OMG brand as a collective.
Let's just say he's crazy and we normal. So just think about
oh
us too.
my
That's all you need to think about.
gosh, I can't believe you said that. I don't know, but
Let's go to the next one.
Better than penis, micro penis.
your wife is gonna get you
Today I learned the band Two Live Crew has a cover of Pretty Woman and was sued by Roy Orbison for copyright infringement. Two Live Crew sent the lyrics to Orbison's label asking permission, which was denied, but they recorded the song anyway. The case went to the Supreme Court where Two Live Crew won.
Wow.
I know Two Live Crew was in court for a couple of things.
Oh yeah, because their stuff is super like
super explicit, like over
extremely.
the top. Yeah, like I wouldn't even say it on this podcast, the stuff that Two Live Crew said.
or the videos. Like every single video should be porn, pretty much.
It's damn near. But they did
Soft
fight.
porn.
They did fight for the right to like be able to curse and have explicit lyrics. Because there was a time when they were out like
It was in the 90s.
in the 90s where they were trying to pass federal law where you couldn't have those type of lyrics in your music.
Or the pictures on the front.
Yeah, and Two Live Crew won the case, and that allowed for everybody after that to actually be able to still have explicit lyrics and things like that.
it's freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech, right? It's the
And
First
then
Amendment.
also they already had that crap in movies. So
Oh,
And
yeah.
plus they put
Right.
the parental advisory, so their whole
I
issue
think
was
that's what
like
came out of it.
Yeah.
yeah.
exactly.
Well, I thought it was
Mistaken.
Ice-T's album.
Was it?
He was the
Okay.
first rap album to have a
parental advisory
parental
sticker.
advisory sticker.
Okay.
Today I learned professional wrestler Scott Hall, yeah, we just heard about this, was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder after years after killing a man in self-defense. Wow, Hall wrestled away the drunken man's gun and shot him in the head outside of Hall's place of work. Rest in peace, Razor Ramon.
Rest in peace, Razor Ramon. But hey, man, it sucks that he had to live with that. But it was self-defense. I don't know, man.
That's not why he died, though.
No, it's not.
cancer.
But this is talking about his
He
post-traumatic.
probably
stress
didn't help his
disorder.
cancer, help him heal any faster if he had
Yo,
post-traumatic.
Probably not. You know the.
That wasn't supposed to be funny. I
No,
don't know
it's
how
not.
it came out.
It's not funny. I'm with you.
I don't
But
know what. Okay.
But that has to be tragic though, having to wrestle a man's gun away and then shoot him. I mean, you got to do what you got to do, right?
But it was it was self-defense.
Yeah, exactly. It's self-defense. This dude's antagonizing you with his gun.
Yeah.
It's too bad.
Rest in peace,
Rest in peace,
Scott Hall,
Scott Hall,
Razor
Razor
Ramon,
Ramon, the Razor's Edge. Yes, sir.
NWO.
Yeah.
Do we got any more? That's it.
it.
Today
That's
I
it.
learned, guys. Great segment.
All right. So on to the next segment called Creative of the Week. So the Creative of the Week this week is CT the King Peace and his song Million in Respect? Yeah, I think that's the name of the song. I saw him because of me going through Young Cali's feed, and Young Cali actually shot the video and directed it. So I was
yeah, he
like,
does that.
oh, let's see who this guy is, and I thought the song was
You
pretty
like
cool.
it? I haven't
actually
heard it,
like
guys. So.
These two haven't heard it because I'm usually the one that picks the creative of the week. But let's tune it up and let us know if they did the damn thing or if he did the damn thing.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Y'all don't understand.
G.
KB. You hurting them again, baby. case closed. Cold stairs will leave your face froze. We used to break lows. Ain't no earning bridges, it's burning until they take tolls. I took some time away to focus on my listening. Calm and collected, laid back temper. Left to get the life I wanted, now you see me living. Back to hooks, lines, and bait, you know what I'm fishing with. In this ocean of life, gotta know who you swimming with. Niggas really out here glorifying imprisonment. Treat us like we guilty, horrifying the innocent. Beat us like we filthy, mortifying and menacing. Niggas dying to catch a murder case, try to stab me in the back, but I prefer the face, so I can look you in your eyes, tell you to do your worst. Don't forget, you get back what you put in this universe. Keep the 50 around your wrist, the 100 around your neck. I'm the only nigga rapping worth $1 million in respect. Keep the 50 around your wrist, the 100 around your neck. I'm the only nigga rapping worth $1 million in respect. Keep the 50 around your wrist, the 100 around your neck. I'm the only nigga rapping worth $1 million in respect. Keep the 50 around your wrist, the 100 around your neck. I'm the only nigga rapping worth $1 million. I'm running shit cause I'm too big to run 100 meters. I remember when all they had was some crumbs to feed us. Now they tryna bite my style, but I'm numb to eat us. Calling bluff, smarting up, y'all too dumb to beat us. Niggas finally getting money, missing bigger pictures. They got us taking shots, thinking that shit'll fix us. No splitting cake if you ain't help me when I whip the mixture. Flexing, but I ain't Trinidad and it's safe for Insta. Enemy instantly missing me, giving me industry vibes. Out of my mind if I think that only my enemies lie. Y'all selling dreams, but I stick to what energy buys. Emotions outdated, get your feelings revised. There's any wise killing character, how Kennedy died. All my people want is equal, but we getting denied. Backs against the wall from the minute we try. If it's worth the risk, quick, get your chemistry fried. Hey, you can keep the 50 around your wrist, the 100 around your neck. I'm the only nigga rapping worth $1 million in respect. Keep the 50 around your wrist. Hey, you can keep the 50 around your wrist, the 100 around your neck. I'm the only nigga rapping worth $1 million in respect. Keep the 50 around your wrist, the 100 around your neck. I'm the only nigga rapping worth $1 million in respect. Keep the 50 around your wrist, the 100 around your neck. I'm the only nigga rapping worth $1 million in respect. Keep the 50 around your wrist, the 100 around your neck. I'm the only nigga rapping worth $1 million in respect.
So that was CT, the King Piece, Million in Respect. I love that song because I like the content around it. You know, pretty much saying, you can keep your freaking 100 on your wrist. You can keep all that flashiness. I'd rather have my respect.
Yeah, worth $1 million in respect.
Exactly.
I liked it. He was gassing.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was a dope beat. I like it.
The
Shout
beat
out
was crazy.
CT.
The only thing I would criticize as far as the video, I think we were talking about it off, is the fact that there's too much camera work going on. It needs to be.
Yeah, I got a little dizzy.
Me too.
a little too much, but besides that, fire.
Yeah, the song's really good.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Dope.
He got a good voice.
Yeah, he did, right?
Yeah, that
Yes,
boy,
sir.
yeah.
All
Cool,
right,
that's it.
guys. So that was the creative of the week. Let us know, did he do the damn thing? Drop your comments below. Let us know what you thought about our segment today. Is anything truly objective? Anything you guys want to talk about? Drop it down below. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, do all that stuff. And we hope to see you guys out on the next time. Until then, we're out.
Deuces.
OMG. Where we keep going cause the party don't stop. We turn up, doing our thing, just living our lives and we don't stop. Open my group so you know we won't flop. We on top, come to the party, you don't wanna